to help ourselves not to get fully drowned and flown in the worldly samsara, minimum is Shravanam. That is regular. Shravanam is good, but regular Shravanam has a chance given to create the sadhaka in us. Only listening once in a while just may give little punyam, but that doesn't make us sadhaka. But the regular listening gives the importance or it gives the glory of the goal, therefore the importance of the goal, then the necessity of the goal. When the glory, importance, necessity of the goal are accepted, we have become sadhakas. That is why, come what may, let us not break our chain of Shastra Adhyanam. Even if we have to do for any compulsory reasons, in the back of the mind, that guilt and regret that we are missing, and the inspiration that we will cover it up, that has to be maintained. Naito, the mind gets habituated to not listening, then irregular. Then, in the meantime, it brings everything required into itself and then makes all of them so important that final conclusion is without satsang or without classes, without study, without spirituality, jindagi chalega, chalegi. This is what is samsara in which everyone there. From there only we have come to this level. Now going back into that is no good. So only one thing protects is Nitya Shastra Adhyanam. Not only to you and me, even a so-called people who are totally committed to spirituality, let us say, taken up the sannyasa dikshas or staying in different ashramas, even if they don't do the Nitya Adhyanam, their drushti also becomes Bahirmukha. May not be for the bhoga, but again in the maintenances, in the improvements. So फिर सब कुछ संसारी है ना फिर से. दे मे नॉट डू द बिजनेस है सम ऑफ देम तो अब पूरा स्पिरिचुअलिटी छोड़कर क्या कहते हैं अगरबत्ती बेचने लगते हैं वो अलग है बट अदरवाइज क्या होता है ना दृष्टि अदर देन द सेल्फ इट हैपेंस even to the people if they don't study Shastra. And that Maya, as it works on us, the ordinary, works on them also. अब मैं आश्रम चला रहा हूँ ना इतने आश्रम बनाए हो ना अब इतने लोग आ रहे हैं ना और इतने सारे प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं ना तो इन ऑल दिस डिस्कशन वेयर इज द सेल्फ इट इज ओनली वस्तु व्यक्ति आउटर क्रिया वही दृष्टि है वेयर इज आत्मा वेयर इज द सेल्फ इन देम बट दे डोंट रियलाइज इट इफ इट इज सेड देन दे से नो नो हम ये पूरा अंतःकरण शुद्धि के लिए कर रहे हैं ये वो फिर जवाब दे देंगे देखो रिमेंबर शास्त्र स्टडी ओनली शास्त्र स्टडी थ्रू द शास्त्र स्टडी टचिंग द सेल्फ alone is touching the self through the touching the self when we accept the self that alone is acceptance then meditation alone is meditation realizing the self alone is realization you can never replace one for the other and express the pseudo intellection and justification and cheat oneself. Like if you give all your reasons or don't give reasons and are absent from the class, whom are you cheating? Whom are you deceiving? Whose is the loss? Never mind. So too, if I take up any of the excuses and stop my studies स्वाध्याय किसका नुकसान और किसी का होता नहीं हमारा ही therefore some niyama if you ask me what to have in life is the niyama of our classes. This is different from the yama niyama wala niyama. Okay. Anyway. Om 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 Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Yoga Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण योग वेदांत साधन द्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्वशांति समैक्यता प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निश्चित सर्वेषाम् अस्माकं सह दिग्विजयार्थं श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य पारायणं व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ योग दर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणम् ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः ओम अथ श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रम द्वितीय पादः साधना पादः ओम तस्य सप्तधा प्रांत भूमि प्रज्ञा योगांगानुष्ठानात् अशुद्धिक्षये ज्ञान दीप्ति आविवेक ख्यातेः यम नियम आसन प्राणायाम प्रत्याहार धारणा ध्यान समाधयः अष्टौ अंगानि अहिंसा सत्य अस्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य अपरिग्रहाः यमाः. Friends, we are studying Yoganga Ashtanga Yoga Ashtanga Shastra from Patanjali Yoga Darshanam with Vyasa Bhashya. The need of it is so clear. Only through the Ashtanga Yoga Anusthana Antakarana Shuddhi will happen. That alone will give the Jnana Deepti. Feel the meaning of Jnana Deepti. Jnana means the prakashatva of the Buddhi's ability to know about what goal to reach, what sadhana to do, where we are now. Everything is pakka. We gave you 10 examples at that time of the Jnana Deepti. The cooking example we gave, that woman at home, if she has a Jnana Deepti that day, what are the items to make, for that what are the ingredients, everything is so intact. Without spilling even little oil also, she will cook all the 6 7 dishes so beautifully, including the garnishing, putting on the dining table. That level of awareness of hers, because of which everything she can do perfectly, is called as Jnanadip. Putting the plates, katori, chamach, pani bhi rakh di wahan, eating. Before that, at the time of cooking, everything. And by the time all that's over, even the unwanted dust or chilka वगैरह वो सब भी फेंक दिया उन्होंने. No, the other family or the women who doesn't have a Jnana Deepti, first of all, she doesn't know what to cook. She starts from there. Even she says, पता नहीं क्या सब्जी है, क्या नहीं है, क्या लाऊं नहीं लाऊं. Somehow, everywhere there is a problem. Instead of adding one item, other is added, and something main ingredient is not added. Instead of salt, the potassium cyanide is added. Instead of oil, the acid is added. वही ज्ञान दीप्ति. Is it not there everywhere? है ना? The ज्ञान दीप्ति का good example is the Z security जो होता है ना, behind that VVIPs like President, Prime Minister, they are so sharp and shrewd in their eyes. They look at every person's every movement, including inhaling, exhaling, and the hands movement. Especially those are in very close proximity to that VVIP. And alert about their positioning, their rifles, etc. In case of requirement, in a moment's notice, they take out and shoot if they find any danger. You just look at the eyes of them. आजकल election का चल रहा था. I was observing them when our prime minister's the road show was going on here 2 days back. यही आधा किलोमीटर दूर. I didn't go there, but these people, this Jnana Deepti, it is required in every field, irrespective. और युद्ध क्षेत्र में कहो, मेडिकल फील्ड में कहो, लॉन्चिंग द रॉकेट कहो, कुकिंग एट होम कहो, प्लेइंग क्रिकेट कहो. In sadhana also we need jnana dipti, wherein every aspect we are aware of our chitta, we know the vasanas behind it, we know which gunas are there predominant, therefore which vrutthis are coming. So at that time, what sadhana has to be done to transcend the grosser gunas and come to the subtler? That's called jnana dipti. As regard the details are concerned, the bhumikas of the chitta are known, then the samadhis to be achieved are known, and the sadhanas about that. What is the meaning of Vyasa Vairagya? What is the meaning of Kriya Yoga? What is the meaning of Ashtanga Yoga? सारे चीज पक्का है. And then they are being conducted. And that leads to the Jnana Dipti. Next one, Aviveka Khyate hai. What Viveka Khyat is? What we were studying in our Vedanta class 10 minutes पहले. Wherein we know I am the pure conscious self, irrespective of the upadhis, their abilities, their debilities, their functioning, non functioning. I am eternally there. I am that. And every of the upadhis are other than me. They are a part of the Prakriti. I have nothing to do. Up to this, Yoga, Vedanta go together. A step ahead, the Vedanta goes, ki even this Prakriti is not other than me, apart from me. When I focus on myself, Prakriti also merges in me. I remain one without second. For the yogins, the Prakriti remains, I the Purusha detached from it. This is my liberation. It is in its path, I am in my path. Vedanta says, if that is the case, the Prakriti is there, you are there, then what is Ekameva Dvayam Brahma, etc. Sentences of the Upanishads. That is how to bring the Upanishadic Shruti Mata sentence, Ekameva Dvayam Brahma, the Vedantin accepts the absence of the Prakriti Adi. But the other people, they don't accept this sentence of Shruti. What they accept is, even after realizing he is not the saint having the Prakriti of his Upadhis. Therefore, Prakriti Upadhi रहता है, रहने दो. He is no more bound. बट श्रुति ने कहा ना, श्रुति कह रही है इससे अर्थवाद है, नथिंग टू वरी. रियलाइज पर्सन इज ही टॉकिंग और नॉट, वॉकिंग और नॉट, तो इज यूजिंग उपाधिज और नॉट, दे आर विद द प्रकृति ना. हाँ, तो चल नहीं दो प्रकृति को, बस अलग हो जाओ प्रकृति. दृष्ट दृश्य संयोग का वियोग करो, फिर तो हेतु चला गया, देन देर आफ्टर यू आर लिबरेट. So this is called as aviveka khyate. Clear? Then what are the Ashtanga Yoga? Then we must thoroughly study and even seriously practice. So yama niyama asana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhi. Among them, the first yama we studied, last one is there today. We'll see. In yama sadhana, the 5 are ahimsa. The moment that word is heard, immediately all definitions that are given in this Yoga Darshana, even otherwise, about the Ahimsa sadhana, the necessity, we should be remembering it and consciously practice it. Everything needs to be practiced, and practice should always be conscious. Second is Satyam. How beautifully the Satyam was explained to us. Ahimsa Satya. The third one we saw Asteyam. Even a thought to own or possess anything which we don't legally deserve itself is called the stayam, the stealing, oh nahi hona. Then yesterday we saw the fourth one, the brahmacharya, the ashtavidha maidhuna asamacharo is brahmacharya. Then the brahmacharya of studying the Upanishads, Vedanta, etc. Without this one, that cannot be done. Even if one tries to do the brahmacharanam of spiritual sadhana, without the avoiding of the Ashtavidha, Maithuna, he can never be able to proceed even a step. Therefore, the Brahmacharya sadhana. No, मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ, then just give up spiritual goal. You can't. Oh, but I want that. Then somehow manage to understand, accept, and come out of this Ashtavidha Maithuna Adi. Take your time, use your brain, take the help of Guru, God, Shastra, your own Vicharana, and with slowly, steadily variety of practices, implementations, experimentations, dhere, 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 we have to. And why so insistence? Because the Maitunadi Samacharana strengthens our body identity. And what is our goal is to discover the self which is beyond all upadhis. Are they not practically contradictory? Isn't it? Therefore, inevitably we have to drop it. Then how to drop, what are the difficulties, how to conquer over, that is different project subject. First basic thing, if you accept that for the realization of the self, every upadhi we have to transcend. The strongest of the upadhi is Sharira, and the Sharira Tadatma is strongest at that place of Maitunadi Samacharana. Therefore, that has to be conquered. पहले इसको accept करो, then in the discussion, in the inquiry, in the study, all the things as to why this the lust etc. becomes stronger, how that create the havoc, how we have to take cares to come out. ये पारा पूरा फिर स्टडी हम करेंगे, isn't it? And the Mahamaya is what? While studying itself, we become slave to it, we become weak. Instead of that, it is to be rejected karke, now attend to the Atma Vastu more and more. Automatically, when you are not attending it, it goes away. It is another one technique, not the only technique. Okay, one of the effective technique for the little highly qualified people. Like no whole day you are busy in your Shastra, Dhenam, Bhagavad, Upasana, Japa, Puja, and Loka Seva, pure heart say. One day one has spent like this. There were no chance given it to any of the Ashtavida Maituna. You have conquered that day. Yeah. Do the same thing next day. Till when? Till the self is realized. Okay. If you think it's so impossible, difficult, it is so. If you say, no, I must achieve it, I will do, then there are so many techniques or means. So, yesterday we have seen that Ashtanga Maithunam. Ashtavidha Maithunam. It is said, Brahmacharyam Sada Rakshid, Ashtadha Lakshanam Pruthaka, Smaranam Kirtanam Keli, Prekshanam Ukhyabhashanam, Sankalpodhyavasaya cha, Kriya Nirvruttireva cha, Etat Maithunam Ashtangam, Pravadanti Manishanaha, Viparitam Brahmacharyam, Etat Brahmacharyat Charyam, Etat Eva Ashtalakshanam. So, not sparing even one of them. If one is done, the other seven will come. If two done, other six will come. So they bind. That strict way one has to be. And some great organizations, in the country are there, spiritual, they follow it. Seeing them, the so-called other spiritual people, what is the need of being so strict? They say. Are you don't know the need of it. They are great. They are able to do it. है ना कुछ कुछ जैन आदि संप्रदायों में दूसरे में ना they don't even look at a woman throughout life. है ना? And we do vimarsha of them and we take it for granted and we give a chance and then we miss our sadhana. So brahmacharya means brahmacharya only. That alone has to be understood as it and has to be practiced. Not impossible. They have done. The great Mahatmas have achieved it. Anybody who can try it genuinely, seriously, it can be achieved. But this is the fourth of the Yama Ashtanga sadhanas. अष्टांग साधनों में यम साधनाओं का चौथा है अहिंसा सत्यास्तेय ब्रह्मचर्य. Now the fifth one is aparigraham. Okay, what is aparigraham? Very interesting point. Aparigraha. Very interesting point. ब्रह्मचर्यम गुप्त इंद्रियस्य उपस्थस्य संयमः हो गया. No, aparigraha is the fifth sadhana. Non-hoarding is the English meaning. Parigrahana. Graha means to catch hold of things, own something. Paritaha means fully, completely, many things. And having our ownership on them. Parigrahanam. Okay. वो नहीं रहना is aparigraha. Feel these five sadhanas every day, at least once, and start doing. अपरिग्रह is विषयाणाम, ध्यान से सुनिएगा, अर्जन, विषयाणाम रक्षण, विषयाणाम क्षय, ओके, विषयाणाम संग, है ना, Vishayanam Arjana Rakshana Kshaya. When we have to uh, do the Arjana of the Vishayas, earning of them, Rakshana of them, when we have to protect them. Kshaya, either when we have to spend them or when they go away. Sangha, Himsa, Dosha, Darshanat. There are two main doshas. One is the Sangha, attachment to them. Then second is inevitably when you have to do the Arjana, Samrakshana and the Kshaya of the Vishaya. So there is a Himsa involved. Even it may be a minute form or bigger form. So the Sangha dosha, Himsa dosha. In doing the Arjanam, in doing the Rakshanam, in doing the Kshema of the wealth. Seeing these two doshas, Darshanat Asvikaranam. Therefore, not even having a thought also of doing the parigraha of any vishayas, that is called as aparigraha. Iti ete yamaha. This is how the yamas are, the five ones. Therefore, in the accumulation, hoarding, and spending of the things, there is attachment to them and there is a himsa. Sangha or himsa. These two are the dosha. Keeping that in mind, not doing parigrahanam of anything is called as aparigraha sadhana. At the highest level of definition, anything which is more with us than required at a particular moment, that is at the cost of somebody else. है कि नहीं? ये रूल है इन द दुनिया में. द थिंग्स रिमेनिंग सेम. ओके, हाउ द थिंग्स रिमेन सेम, हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ जीवास आर देयर, उनको जितना चाहिए उतना भगवान भेजते हैं चीजें. सो इफ आई हैव ए लिटिल एक्स्ट्रा, it is at the cost of somebody else. So if I have two pairs of shoe, but I have only two legs, no, that means the other pair which I have got is at the cost of somebody who deserves them. So I have become himsavan at that time because uske joote maine le li. So to kapda, so to khana. Everything is this way with the highest level of sensitivity. Having understood, when we don't do the parigraha, hoarding of the things, then we are doing aparigraha sadhana. Okay. So Sangha and Himsana, two are the dosha drushtis that our Shastra, the Sutrakara or Bhashyakara told. In general also, in the Parigraha, other problems of fear of losing it, then doubt on anybody else, then quarrel with others. All of them happen because of we have a lot of things parigrahita. The bird of that cow, crow ka example dekho, it had the parigraha of the flesh. Every other birds were, hitting it or beating it or, biting it, etc. The moment she dropped that parigraha, all of them went towards it. It became free. And in such sadhanas of yoga or Vedanta or Bhakti, let us not misuse our intelligence to try to become smart to justify. What is justification? स्वामी जी आप कह रहे हो ना परिग्रह, मेरा कुछ नहीं है, मैं तो अपने सारे पत्नी या बच्चों के नाम पे लिखा हूं, देखो पूरा दस्तावेज. I don't have anything. People who use the intellect like this to be smart and they continue to be with all parigraha again. Most of the problem to intelligent people is intelligently they cheat themselves by not strictly doing sadhanas as told. They compromise. It is not only here, everywhere. A intelligent person goes to learn yoga, he will never learn properly. He misuses the intelligence and he does shavasana standing. अरे बेवकूफ, सो क्या करना चाहिए, नो आई वांट टू डू लाइक दैट. He will justify. If an intelligent person goes to doctor, he will never follow the medication or anything. He says, why not the other one? Why not this one? No, I know this and that one, but this combination doesn't work. But you have not given an what is that? What anti-allergic in that, antihistamines, वगैरह. He easily uses intellect. Everywhere the problem is only one thing called as intelligence misused. What is the right use of intelligence? That intelligence, when is used to follow what doctor says, or follow what the trainer says, or follow what Guru Shastra says, it is correct. Isn't it? So, yeah, last one is aparigraha. So, what is here? A beautiful thing is said ki, mm, mm. So, Shastriyanam Vishyanam api Arjana Rakshana Kshaya Sangha Himsa Dosha Darshanatu. So, therefore, Asvikaranam. We have said the Sangha and Himsa are the dosha. He says all are doshas. Arjana, Samrakshana, Kshaya ityadi. Because distraction hota hai na. Our effort is gone. That's why in the Bhiksha, lene wale sannyasiyon mein, at the time of the hunger only, they remember food. They go and ask भिक्षांदेही आ गया खाए उसके बाद not even one thought of the food is there. That's why their whole mind intellect is so sharp, subtle, quite concentrating toward the self. But if you have the thought of Arjuna and Samrakshana, how much of the time, mind, energy is distracted for it. So these are all the doshas. है ना? दैट श्लोका इन अगेन वैराग्य शतकम कहते हैं ना, संप्राप्तान न च संप्रति न च प्राप्तौ दृढ़ प्रत्यान वांछा मात्र फलानपि. The wealth, etc. We have seen the 8 or 10 doshas in the 11th skandha regarding the Arjuna of the wealth. How many, how beautifully that was said. Artha Purusharth ko batate हुए. Earning time a problem, maintaining time a problem, thought of development comes, thought of security comes, and you don't have to give to this fellow, want to give to that fellow, or somebody takes away without telling you, or Ram, 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 Ram. The wealth adi or Asamuparjana adi, before earning, trying to develop, spending, every time it's only tension, tension. That is Laukika way of saying. Spiritual way of saying is unnecessary. Our attention is towards them. We cannot think about the spiritual self. Therefore, aparigraha. Now, the last thought is what? Shastriyanam api uparjitanam. Even in the Shastra, if it is said some things are required, you have to keep with them. When it comes to the Yama sadhana, strictly to be done, even the Shastra told things also, Rakshanadi dosha darshanat, seeing the doshas of Rakshana, Samupajana ityadi, Asvikaranam, non accepting them, is called as aparigraha. Aparigraha. That sannyasi ko, people go on giving this or that. It's only to test him. Have you really become sannyasi? If you say sannyasi, don't take. If you take it, give it to the driver. Give it to somebody and move away with empty hand. दुनिया ना इतनी विचित्र होते है, जो चाहता है उसको कुछ देती नहीं. अब जो नहीं चाहते उसको इतनी देती टेस्ट करने के लिए कि हैज ही बिकम रियली अपरिग्रह. Okay. Now one thought we said, see tomorrow the most beautiful important sutra. What is it now? If you have the क्या कहते हैं ना, parigraha of the things, as we saw yesterday, the parigraha of the things forces us to indulge in them. है ना? Like if you have the food, you will be tempted to eat it. क्यों वेस्ट करो भाई, खा लो. If the television is there at home, अरे है ना, थोड़ा थोड़ा तो देख लेते हैं, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. You understand? Their presence itself tempts us. That is why they used to go in a forest, in a gufa. They कुछ नहीं ढूंढने पे. Is it? And more intelligent people never even stay near where there is a lot of water, lot of fruits are available. क्योंकि फिर वो मन होता है, अरे आओ पानी पिलाओ और नहा लो. अब दूर रहा मानो, अब एक बार गए खा लिए फिर नहा के आगे दोबारा नहीं जाना. पहाड़ों के ऊपर इसलिए रहते थे कि बार बार नीचे उतरना नहीं होगा. एक बार उतरे तो काम करके आए. अब नीचे रहते मानो, देन द एक्सेसिबिलिटी टेम्प्ट्स देम टू गो एंड इन्वॉल्व. No, these are all what we just think, oh, they are all too much and all. But yeah, this is minimum. Then only, as we started today our morning class, Upanishad ka, in the introduction, that we can protect our mind from the influence of them, because mind is an instrument. It has only receptivity. It cannot reject the things. वो कॉपी पेस्ट होता है, वो कॉपी डिलीट नहीं होता मन में. That's why the quotation we said in Telugu ka, why put your feet in the kichad and again wash it? These are all the things. Therefore, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. 5 are the yama sadhanas. Now, in the 31 sutra, not to give us any chance, the sutrakara himself says, jati, desha, kala, samaya, anavachinnaha, sarvabhaumaha, mahavratam. So, in the earlier sutra of 29 or 28, में क्या कहा? Yoga anga anushtana. Okay, that anushtana word, isn't it, is highlighted in this 31st sutra. What is it highlighting? Anushtana is, it is Mahavratam. And it is Sarvabhauma Mahavratam, irrespective of Jati, Desha, everywhere, anywhere, these 5 have to be practiced. Not only these 5, फिर नियम में बताने वाले 5, उसके आगे वाले बताने वाले, they can never be compromised. Only such person can transcend all of them, can near the truth. We will see this sutra very essential with Bhashya tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Friends, don't miss